In the UK, many pensioners are healthier and wealthier than ever before, and so the concept of retirement and how and where to spend it is changing rapidly.
Mention the words retirement home to most people under the age of 55, and they'll think of crosswords, knitting, and endless rounds of bingo. But here in the UK, a new breed of city-based luxury retirement developments are more reminiscent of smart 21st century hotels.
By 2050, those aged over 65 in the UK will outnumber children under 5. Increasingly, older, wealthy homeowners aspire to convenience, modern design and low maintenance. Some are pouring their capital into buying units in upmarket urban retirement sites that are springing up across London, costing up to £3 million each. Battersea Place, under construction opposite Battersea Park and a short walk from the River Thames, is one such extra care community complex. It even has a care home attached.
When you reach a certain age, you're starting to plan where you're going to go for your retirement. I've lived in London for over 50 years, and the idea of moving to some beautiful place in the countryside where you're, frankly, very often isolated, and where you don't actually have friends, you've got to start building new friends all over again. And I thought, this doesn't make any sense at all. I love London, I want to stay in London, my friends are here, and so that's what attracted me to Battersea Place.
We were looking for a flat anyway, both of us, and we wanted somewhere where we were going to have some facilities, where we could have some care, but you couldn't find anything like that. And if you looked at flats, on the whole they were being marketed abroad, and we didn't want to live in a block of flats where a lot of people were away. So when we looked at this, we thought, it's fabulous.
Many baby boomers are wealthy. By 2030, the average income of over 65s globally will almost double compared with that in 2009.
Having seen the rise of developments like this in Australia, America and New Zealand, companies like the one behind Battersea Place are now hoping to replicate that success back here in the UK.
In New Zealand, already 5% of the population over 65 are living in retirement communities, so there's a big demand there already, and in the UK it's less than 0.5%. We know there's large demand. In Battersea Place, for example, over 75 of the apartments have already sold off-plan, which is evidence that Londoners want to live in something like Battersea Place.
Developers need to consider the preferences of active and affluent downsizers when it comes to design and layout. One developer plans to open a different retirement complex just over the river in Westminster.
It seems to be the accepted wisdom in society that actually older people want to retire to the countryside. But in actual fact, that's just not true. You know, the urban renaissance that we see in our towns and cities today is older people moving or decanting from the suburbs after the children have moved out and actually moving back into the urban centres. And we see that in sales rooms across London. Actually, many buyers are people who are 55, 60, 65 years of age and older. And these are the people that are driving the sort of the new central urban economy. So that's why our focus is on developments which are urban-based.
But luxury retirement living is expensive. And while there appears to be no shortage of people prepared to pay a premium, there is some way to go before developments like these become commonplace in the UK. Few major house builders have entered the market, and critics have pointed to sky-high service charges and exit fees, although developers insist that they are a necessary part of the package.
Residents want to know what their costs are for living in the community. The service charge covers all of the staff, all of the services that are provided to them on a day-to-day basis. And what we do at Battersea Place, which is unique in the market, is we fix and cap those costs from the day they move in.
But some industry observers say that confusion surrounding these hefty additional costs is likely to grow as more developers enter the market.
There is a wide variety of fees used in retirement housing. There is no one label. Following the Office of Fair Trading report into what they called transfer or exit fees, the Department of Communities and Local Government has referred the issue to us to look at. We're looking at the residential leasehold housing sector with a particular focus on retirement housing. We're looking at whether the fees should be charged at all and if they are fair.
As wealthy retirees live longer, healthier lives, premium property developers will continue to target the baby boomers. The hope is that they will free up family homes elsewhere on the UK property ladder for the next generation. This is Elizabeth Paton, Financial Times, London.